Hi guys, this is Marsha again for Your Level Best. I wanted to talk to you today about a very common mistake that people make when they start exercising again, especially after it's been a long time. That really sounded awful. When people start exercising again, especially after it's been a long time. Now, if you've paid any attention on the blog, and I'm sure you have, you know that I just got started again back in August, and it's just now October. I joined a gym because I live in Michigan and it starts getting dark pretty early. I come home, it's almost dark. By the time I make dinner, forget it. Forget getting out and pounding the pavement, walking the roads. So I went to the gym. I felt great because I've been keeping up on my steps. I'm eating better. And of course, since I did feel great, I overdid it. Oh my God, shin splints hurt. So I joined a gym so I could have access to a treadmill, rowing machines, weight machines, that sort of thing. Because I live in Michigan and it gets dark by the time I come home from work, make dinner. So obviously I can't go out and pound the roads. Plus it's starting to get chilly and I hate the cold. And it's been rainy and I hate the rain. So I joined the gym so I have no excuses not to still do what I need to be doing for me. But of course, going to the gym, I felt great. There were a lot of people around and they were really exercising hard, and I can be a little competitive. So of course, I overdid it. Surprise, surprise, right? Shin splints hurt. Yeah. It was not a good thing, and I should know better because I've always had horses, and you start very slowly working a horse to get it ready to start actually training, because you want them to get used to the concussion on the ground and actually doing weight-bearing exercise. You need to give them minimum 12 weeks to tighten up the tendons, make them stronger, make everything work together. Because the muscles may be willing, but the tendons take a little bit more time to get ready. I know this, but of course, you know, like I said, I'm being a little competitive, and there was this really tiny little girl at the gym, and she was doing awesome things on the treadmill and going really fast, and I'm like, well, if she can do it, yeah, I should have known better than that. I'm like twice her age, and I won't say twice her size, but I'm bigger than she is, and obviously she'd been doing it for a while. So I was really stupid and overdid it. Now, a couple of things that I think that I was overdoing. One, when I wanted to go faster, I was taking longer strides, which to me kind of makes sense. But the only problem about taking longer strides when you're trying to go faster is you're really stretching those tendons that aren't ready for heavy work yet. So the trick that I've found now is to take much shorter steps, almost like a jogging motion, while still walking on the treadmill. And I was talking to a friend of mine at work who happens to run marathons, and he said, what you basically want to try to do is do 180 steps per minute. And I'm like, what do you mean? 3 steps a second? That's a lot. And then he showed me the rhythm that he's talking about, and it's really not that much. But he said, anytime you take longer strides, you're stretching those tendons when they're not ready for it, and you're really going to hurt yourself. Another thing that I was doing was not stretching a little before I got on the treadmill. So I'm basically going from completely cold and shortened tendon, because I've been sitting in the car for an hour, driving home from work, then move around a little bit at home, then go to the gym, hop on the treadmill and go. Well, at that point, the muscles are fine because they've been working all day and So have the tendons, but the tendons tend to shorten up while you're sitting still because that's what they're supposed to do. That's how they're designed. So I also found out that maybe I should have been stretching a little before I got on the treadmill because the tendons were shortened up from me having been in the car for an hour and just moving around a little bit at home before I went to the gym. Now, I know the general rule of thumb is you stretch before you work out. But for me, that doesn't necessarily work. I think stretching a little bit before I work out, and then after I'm off the treadmill, that's when I do the stretch, the deep stretches that really elongate the tendons and ligaments and the muscles. That's when they're nice and warmed up that I have less problems, and I think I might be in far less danger of snapping something because it's cold. That also helps to get some of the lactic acid that has built up in the muscles. It helps to force some of that out. And that's why for the past couple of weeks, I've kind of hit a little bit of a plateau because I haven't been listening to my body. I've been listening to my competitive nature, and I injured myself. Don't be a Marsha. Warm up, take shorter strides on the treadmill, pay attention to what your body's telling you. If it hurts, stop whatever it is that's hurting you. Don't stop working out, but stop whatever it is that is actually damaging you. This is Marsha for Your Level Best. Have a good one.